Please stand by for the New York Mets at the San Francisco Giants. Second game of a 4-game series on August 30, 1969, replayed here live in our 1969 Strat-O-Matic replay. Stand by, please. And Kathy Harden has arrived for the big game. And I see you're a little early. We've got about 18 minutes till the first pitch, but always better to be a little early. Just taking care of a little housekeeping here. And Kathy Harden for the Mets. I think I'm gonna take some medicine for the ball game. No rush on your part, okay. Indeed. Oh, that's tasty. Oh. That's so tasty. Well, everybody, I want to welcome you to the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. And it's August 30. McNally has a no-hitter in the first game of a doubleheader, and then the Orioles went on to sweep. There is no off-season in Strat-O-Matic baseball unless you want it. And I have a tweet to that effect that's just about coming up. And we're glad to have you decide to spend some time with us here. I'm going to go through the lineups if you don't mind. First of all, our pitchers today, Don Cardwell for the Mets, he's won 5. And Gaylord Perry, he along with Marichal and Ace, he's won 18. And with those 18 wins, Gaylord finds himself tied for 4th place in wins in the National League. Marichal, 22. Bill Hands with 19. Claude Osteen with 19. And then Perry and Necro, both with 18. If you're interested, Ron Reed has 17. Doc Ellis, 16. And Kenny Holtzman with 16. For the New York Mets, leading off is Tommy Agee in center field. Batting second, Bobby File at third. Gil Hodges is going with Don Clendenin, which is a deviation from his platoon. He usually hits against left-handers with Perry, a right-hander. He's in the third spot. Cleon has taken the game off. He's hampered by a groin injury, but I noticed he pinch hit and stayed in the game, so we were glad to use Cleon. Art Shamsky is the cleanup hitter in left field. Kenny Boswell at second base, batting 5th. Swoboda, another who usually plays against left-handers, is put in the lineup, so some deviations today. Glad to see Jerry Grody back in the lineup, unless I missed him last game and didn't think of him. I'm not sure. He'll bat 7th. Buddy Harrelson, the shortstop, batting 8th. And the pitcher, Don Cardwell, he's a right-hander. He's won 5 this year for the Mets. The Mets are 63 and 64, one game under 500. Clearly their best team ever in franchise history. They find themselves only 11 games behind the first place Pittsburgh, not so amazing Pittsburgh Pirates. Lately, Mets have won 2 in a row, including the first of this series, which was a gem of a performance by Gary Gentry. He almost went all the way. I think he went 8 1/3, 8 2/3. Finally, they brought in Tug McGraw to finish it up. Or Taylor to finish it up. For the Giants, well, the Giants have been an interesting ball club. They've been right behind the Braves for most of the season. Now they've lost 3 in a row after they were tied up with them, a game ahead in the loss column, and now they find themselves 2.5 behind. It's going to be Mason at third. Davenport is available. I think he played in the game. Mays did. I'm not sure if he played in the game. He's a little bit hurt, but he's available to pinch hit. It'll be Bob Berta. I'm sorry, Ron Hunt batting second at second base. Bob Berta in right batting third. Stretch McCovey at first batting cleanup. Bobby Bonds in center field batting fifth. Marshall in left batting sixth. Dietz batting seventh. He will catch. Hal Lanier is the shortstop. He's batting eighth, and it's Gaylord Perry batting ninth. And both pitchers have made their way, or their ways, to the dugout from the bullpen. Taylor and McGraw pitched in this game in real world. The Mets won it 3-2. Gaylord went all the way, but he lost. Herbal pitched in the last game. And we're looking forward to a very, very competitive and enjoyable ball game here. It's a new era when the Mets are respectable. At the end of August, only one game under 500. Ain't that something? Meanwhile, the Giants are a very good team. They are 22 games over 500, and they're seriously competing with the Atlanta Braves for the top spot. And the tweet is up, and the tweet is good. With a nice hyperlink to our ball game. I should say our broadcast of a ball game. Kathy Harden, we thank you for the repost. We thank you very kindly here at the Strat-O-Matic. Baseball, sports life network. So I'm just looking ahead. I see Cleon played, so he's available. Eddie Kranepool is available. I just feel like using people today. J.C. Martin pinch hit in this game in real world, which is a little unusual, but he did so in the World Series. Rod Gaspar is available. And these are just people who I would consider using. Al Weiss. Those are some of the bench players. Ed Charles, but I'm not a 207. Wayne Garrett, I'm not really interested. Amos Otis, not interested. Unless we want to pinch run with him, then he's as good as anybody. Sitting on the bench for the Giants, in terms of non-pitchers, we got Willie Mays, the legend, and he's still alive. Tito Fuentes, Jim Ray Hart, a lot of good ball players. Bobby Etheridge can hit. People that just jump out at me. Jim Davenport, he may be hurt, and that's why Berta may be in. I'm not a fan of using people who are hurt, but that's why if I see that Jerry Grode is not playing, I won't use him. We know that Rod Carew has been out for a considerable time. We know that McAuliffe is basically out for the season. In about 6 minutes, we expect the Giants to take the field. Right now, the managers are at the home plate with the umpires going over the ground rules here in Candlestick Park. We've already had the national anthem. There's some chuckles between Hodges and I forgot his name, if it was Clyde King or I have time to look it up. I'm going to take 1 micro every other inning. Clyde King is his name, yeah. He played for the Brooklyn Dodgers from 1944 through 52. He missed 46, and then he was traded to the Cincinnati Reds, played in 1953, and that was it. And then he became... Oh, wait a minute. He was a pitcher, if I'm not mistaken. Well, he managed the Yankees for 62 games in 1982. Whoa. He was a pitcher. Well, I'll be. Clyde King, a pitcher. Oh, was he a drinking buddy? No kidding. You know your baseball. And was his pitching coach. He was, in 1982, they had 3 managers. We expect the ball game to start in about 3 minutes here. Lord. Oh, God. Right. I don't know what that means. Strat-O-Matic basketball premieres soon, but feel free to elaborate. We at 2:58 p.m. Eastern here on the East Coast, and San Francisco. It's 11:58 p.m. It's a noon start here in San Francisco. They should be taking the field in a couple minutes here. And the Giants take the field here at Candlestick. Gaylord on the mound, taking his warm-ups. He's going to be starting with Dietz behind the plate. It's McCovey at first, Hunt at second, Mason at third, linear at short outfield, left to right, Marshall, Bonds, and Berta. And it's Kathy Harden for the Mets. Gaylord just finishing up his warm-ups. We're so glad that you've decided to join us this afternoon, so pull up a chair and do whatever you do, and let's enjoy a ball game. And leading it off is Tommy Agee for the New York Mets. Agee steps into the box. And Gaylord is ready. Here's the windup by Gaylord. And the pitch. Right away, it's a knuckler, 5-7, and it's hit and swung on by Agee, and it's a base hit. So on the knuckler, Agee caught up with it. We'll be keeping an eye on that pitch. Agee on first with a quick single. And here's Bobby File. File will lay it down. He's a B bunter. Yeah, that brings the infield in. He'll be a C now, but it's a 6. I think that's a beauty. It's a beauty as beauty bunts go, without arriving safely. It's hit to third base, and Mason can only go to first. He's drawn in. Agee is on second with 1 out. Now here's Don Clendenin, acquired from the Expos this year, to give the Mets a little more punch against left-handed hitting, but Gil has brought him in tonight against Gaylord. That's 6-7 right-handed, and he struck him out. And that'll be 2 away for Art Shamsky. Shamsky's also been a powerful addition. I think he was acquired from the Reds. With Agee on second and 2 away, Gaylord looks in. He gets the sign from Dietz. He's set, and the pitch. That's going to be 2-6. Swung on, and that is a base hit by Shamsky. Agee rounding third, and he comes home, and the Mets take a 1-0 lead. Nice play by Shamsky. Let's look at that again. 2-6 against the right-hander. It's a base hit. 2 asteroids. Thanks to the sacrifice by File. Now Shamsky's on with 2 outs. Here's Kenny Boswell. Great start for the Mets. Okay, Gaylord. There's a knuckler, 3-6, and it's swung on, and that is a base hit. So they're hitting Perry. Love to see that. Shamsky goes to third and holds. And Swoboda comes up in a clutch situation. A clutch situation here. All right. Perry walked off the mound for a moment. He's back on, touching himself all over as he does to make all sorts of people all get fussed up and annoyed. Here's Perry now, and the pitch to Swoboda. That's going to be 6-5 right-handed. It's hit deep by Ronald. Oh my, it's dropping in the gap. That's going to be a double. It's going to be Shamsky home and Boswell rounding third. That was hit to center with 2 outs. Boswell 1-14. Quick already 1-16. -4 on Bonds 1-12 on that great arm. And here comes Boswell. The throw from Bonds. And he's safe. And Swoboda slides into third. He advanced on the throw. And all of a sudden, it's a 3-0 ball game. Let's look at all of that again, please. A 5-5. Oh, we re-rolled it already because we were going on the throw. That's okay. We know what it was. So it's a 3-0 ball game. Dietz out to talk with Perry. And here's Jerry Garrote now. All with 2 outs here. It was 2 outs. Shamsky's single brought home Agee. I'm sorry. Shamsky's single, yes, brought home Agee. Boswell singled, and then Swoboda with a 2-run double with Boswell hustling. And here's Garrote now. The pitch from Gaylord. That's going to be 1-5. Oh, Lord, it's a base hit. And here's Swoboda with the 4th run of the inning. 4-0 Mets here in the top of the first, just underway, folks. And the Mets came out swinging. They're looking for that knuckler, and they're loving it. Here's Buddy Harrelson. A super duper 2-out rally. All of this was brought in with 2 outs. Now it's Garrote on first. Just Garrote on first, 2 outs. And here's Buddy Harrelson. This is very realistic. This could happen. The pitch from Gaylord now. And that's going to be 6-10. Switch hitter batting left. Flies it to center. That'll be for Bonds. 2-8. F2. E8. E8, 4, 5, 6. Nothing. It's going to be an F2. He's going to fly out and makes the catch. And the side is retired, but even Buddy Harrelson hit the ball into the outfield. So the side is finally retired. 4 runs on 5 hits, 4 singles and a double. And just 1 left on. They really did nicely. Good afternoon, Rick. Great to see you, Rick. Here's Don Cardwell now. He's padded with a 4-0 lead. Should be a pretty good feeling. But don't hold it against these Giants. They have some big bats in that lineup. It's going to be Mason leading it off. Cardwell is ready now. And the pitch to Mason. That's going to be 3-5 right-handed, and he struck him out. Setting up the Mets defensively. Of course, Cardwell on the mound as Ron Hunt steps up. Garrote catching. It's Clendenin at first. Boswell at second. File at third. Buddy Harrelson at short. Outfield left to right. Shamsky. Agee. And Swoboda. Hunt, a right-handed hitter. Cardwell. That's going to be 6-3 right-handed. Flies to left X. And that will be for Shamsky, a 420, I believe. It would be nice if I can read my own writing. Oh, 4-2. I am so sorry. 4-2. That's going to be 7-4, G3. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong chart. 7-4, that'll be an S2. And he's a 2. That's 4-5-11. 2. And it's going to be a base hit by Hunt. So Hunt is on with 1 out. And here's Bob Berta. Berta, a left-handed hitter, facing Cardwell. Almost looks like he's a better hitter against left-handers. Okay, Cardwell from the stretch. That's 1-2, right-handed, grounds it to first, not being held, steps on the bag, throws Hunt out, and it's a double play. Nice play by Clendenin, no runs. 1 hit, none left. We've gone 1, it's 4-0, New York Mets. Top of the second here. Gaylord should have an easy mark here with Cardwell coming up, but he is a 6 NR, so it figures. He's going to face a good hitting pitcher here. Here's Perry now. That's 5-7 right-handed, and that is a base hit by Cardwell. So Gaylord allowing hits, including to the pitcher. There's a 5-7, and here's AG now. AG's going to take one for the team right now. No, he's not. He'll hit away. I was going to have him lay it down. He's an A. But we'll have him hit away. Here's Gaylord now, trying to settle down. That's 6-11, right-handed. And he struck him out. That's the second for Gaylord. Now Bobby File. Clendenin comes out on deck. Here's Gaylord now. That's 4-4 right-handed. Fly ball left field. For Marshall, 2 outs. Cardwell holds. And here's Clendenin. That's 1-4 right-handed. He chops it to second. And Hunt fields it, throws him out. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit. And 1 left on. It's still 4-0 Mets. Bottom of the second, here's Cardwell. Stretch McCovey will lead it off. Okay, Cardwell now. The windup, the pitch to stretch. 6-6 left-handed, fly ball left for Shamsky. And that's one away. Now Bobby Bonds. Here's Cardwell now. .69 right-handed, hit deep by Bonds. And it's way back, and there it goes. It sails over the left center field wall. It was hit well, and it was hit high. And it goes over, and now it's a 4-1 ball game. He really got a piece of that. Let's look at that. 6-9 right-handed. End home run 1-11. You know he's got end power. And it was a 4. So we'll put Bonds down for a dinger here in the bottom of the second. That's number, looks like 32. Let me double check. Number 32. He probably had about 30 all year. He's third in the American League. McCovey leads with 42, Stargell with 34, and Bonds with 32. Hot Dog Jackson leads all of Major League Baseball with 45. Howard has 44 home runs, just to give you an idea. Killebrew hit 49 and Real World has 37. He's a tad behind schedule. So it's a 4-1 ball game. And here's Bobby Bonds. Here's Dave Marshall. Cardwell into his windup. 2-6 struck him out. And the question of whether George Santos should or should not be expelled is farcical. What kind of society are we? To even ask the question is farcical. And Ron McGrath has arrived for a great frickin' game. Mets got off to a quick start, 4-0. I don't think you're too worried about the Mets. Cards are considerably ahead of them. Mets are in fourth. Hold on. What's that?
Oh, your mail. Could you imagine this? Is it mine?
Okay.
I mean, this
I
is
thank you.
You know, but
It's
there is
perfect.
yeah, no, well,
Thank
there's
you
something
so
there.
much.
You know,
You're
what
very-
I'm saying is, there is the
They
deal.
messed it up.
Yeah, but we must have a new mail person. So in case you see whatever, so in case
Oh, I
I'm
always-
expecting something now for almost a week and still didn't arrive.
Of course,
You know,
always.
yeah, okay, thanks, yeah.
You have a great night, okay? How do you like what's going on in the Middle East?
I can't think anymore.
Yeah, I know.
There's so much pain all the time.
Oh, are you? That was my neighbor. Kathy, that was my neighbor. I always try to be pleasant, you know that? I take the garbage out, he brings it in. No one else ever helped him before. I offered. Well, here's Dick Dietz now. With 2 outs in the bottom of the second. And it's a 4-1 ball game. Here's Cardwell now. And the pitch to Dick. That's 4-7 right-handed. He hits it to center well. AG going back a bit. And at the, just before the warning track, he catches up with it, makes the catch. He can run back that far. It's good he plays shallow. The side is retired. 1 run for the Giants on the solo home run by Bobby Bonds. His 32nd of the year. We've gone 2 innings here. And it's a 4-1 ball game. And Gaylord comes out for his 3rd inning. His first endurance is the 9th, so they're not going to let the Giants are not going to let 4 runs shy away from him. He had a 2.49 ERA, but I think it's very realistic that he allowed 4 runs because it could happen. Here's Art Shamsky now. Singled and scored with 2 outs, and that's how the rally was. It was a 2-out rally with 4 runs scoring. All right, Gaylord. The pitch to Shamsky. That's 5-5 left-handed, fly ball right. Berta makes the catch, 1 away. Here's Kenny Boswell. He had a big base hit. Moved Shamsky to 3rd and allowed Swoboda to knock them both home. And Grody got a run batted in. Here's the pitch to Ken, 6-2 left-handed, flies it to left X. That will be Marshall, 3-12. That's an F2. He's a 12. That's 7-8. And he makes the catch. So it's 2 away now. And here's Swoboda. We might see Perry having calmed down. Six, and it's a grounder to 3rd for Mason to McCovey, and it's a 1-2-3 this time for Perry. It's 4-1, middle of the 3rd. Hal Lanier leads it off. There's nobody there, by the way, in the House. You know, if you get elected, you know, it's empty. You know how that is? 435 members, and like, how many are there? 30? Maybe? Who knows? This is the kind of society we're in. Okay, Lanier will lead it off. He's a switch hitter now. Batting left against Cardwell. Here's the pitch. That's 2-2. And it's tapped back to Cardwell, and he throws it to Clendenin, 1 away. Now Gaylord, his first plate appearance this afternoon. Okay, Gaylord. at the plate, 4-8, right-handed, and he hits it to second, and Boswell fields it and throws him out 2 away for Mason. Mason struck out in the first. Here's the pitch. That's 1-3 right-handed. Base hit to right. A 2-out single by Mason. And now Ron Hunt is the batter. The pitch to Hunt. That's 2-8 right-handed, and there is a liner to short, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left again, or whenever, and it's 4-1 after 3 innings, and we'll take a little break here and be back in about 2-3 minutes. A lot of anger out there, folks, on the Twitter, X, the cesspool known as X. Well, Gaylord and the Giants come out. And there's been a substitution here. Willie Mays has come out to play center field. Bonds will move to right. So Mays will replace Berta in a way, or Bonds replace, and he'll go into Berta's spot, and which is leadoff next inning. Well, how about that? And Mays a 2 -3. Out in center. So Mays in center, Bonds in right now. Gaylord on the mound, and Grody is coming up, but he will not actually step in the batter's box until I enjoy a little morsel of that. I'm not super crazy about this cannabis, but it's what I got, right? Woke up at about 11:30 in the evening last night after falling asleep at about 8 or 8:30 or something. Easily went back to sleep, woke up again 12:30, went back to sleep, woke up at 3:15. I said I give up, which was nice. It was quasi-normal to wake up at 3:15 in the morning versus midnight. I'm learning. And we're just trying to ease our sleep schedule back. This is an important part of my day. this game of Strat-O-Matic because I find the mid to late afternoons to be a very difficult time of the day for me. Rhodes Scholar is, are you doing both? Are you doing cannabis and caffeine? Boy, I filled up all day on that. Gave that up about an hour ago. It's a 4-1 ball game. Grody will lead it off, top of the fourth. Gaylord. Hey, Ron McGrath is in the house, everybody. The incredible Ron McGrath. We have Rhodes Scholar. We have Kathy Harden, of course. I saw Rick earlier. All doing that Strat-O-Matic 1969 thing tonight. Here's Gaylord now. And the pitch to Grody. That's going to be 6-3 right-handed. Base hit up the middle for Jerry, his second of the game. So Jerry's on first. And here's Buddy Harrelson with Cardwell on deck. Buddy flew to center. Unfortunately, he has advanced dementia now. I don't know if it's Alzheimer's or some other type, Lewy dementia or what it is, but it's pretty severe and it's very sad. Here's Buddy Harrelson. Gaylord from the stretch now with Grody on first, no outs. That's 3-11 right-handed. Grounds it to short, forcing Grody. He's out, and Harrelson is safe at first. And here's Cardwell. He's a C bunter. He'll hit away. He's singled in the second, was left on. He's a good hitter, 6 NR, as pitchers go. Here's Perry. That's 4-6 right-handed, and he grounds it to short. Harrelson is out, and then over to first, not in time. So Lanier to Mason, and then Mason threw it over, but it was late, very late. It's 2 outs, and Cardwell is on first base, and here's AG now. Gaylord. No, that's a 1-8. Did you see how that turned up? Pow! Deep to left field. And that is gone. A 2-run home run by AG. Oh, boy, he's been overdue. Oh, Lord. That's going to make it a 6-1 ball game. Let's look at that again, please. And I'd like to look that on the replay, on the video replay, because I don't know if it was the white dye or the red dye was, I literally saw it turn around at the end. Did anyone else see that? Or maybe not. If you want me to replay it, let me know. I'll set it up with a close shot. Seriously, if you want to. But let's look what that was again. 1-8, home run 1-13, AG, against the right-hander, and it was a 5. And that's a goner. I'm gonna update AG now. For Tommy, that's number 16. He had 26, so he's a little behind. Steve Aquilung has arrived. It's a 6-1 ball game. AG just hit a 2-run home run off Perry. So Perry now allowing 6 runs in 3 2/3 innings. He'll face File here. They're one with the knuckleball tonight. That's 2-5 right-handed. Base hit by File. And out comes, I don't know who we would call it, whether it be the pitching coach or Clyde King himself, to just have a word here with Gaylord. I say the Mets do have a shot. It's you know, in terms of probabilities, it's probably on the low end, but they're only 11 behind. Meanwhile, it's their best season in franchise history. Only 1 game under 500. They're trying to get to that important I don't know what you'd call it, milestone. So File, with 2 outs, single. And here's Clendenin now. Okay, he's done talking, Clyde King. You better get him out here. It's a 6-1 ball game. Nice to see the Mets with a hefty lead. Here's Perry. That's 5-7 right-handed, and that is a base hit. It looks like Gaylord just doesn't have it tonight. File goes to third. I know there's 2 outs. We're going to let him stay in. See if he can get Shamsky. Oh, yeah, the whip and stick, Rick. The whip and stick by AG. We're going to let him. We do have pitchers warming. Only Herbal is not available. Everyone else is well rested. McMahon's available. Lindsay is available. Those 2 in particular. I'd like to sneak a left-hander in there if I have to take him out after this batter. And stick Ron Bryant in there or something. But we'll see here. It's going to be Shamsky and Gaylord getting 1 more chance. I mean, what is the line? We're in the 4th inning. Well, as long as no one else has come in after these 2 runs, we'll give him a shot to get out of this. Here's the pitch to Shamsky. That's 1-8, and he walked him. And that's going to be it for Gaylord. Okay, it's just not his night, and it happens. And you know it happens. Gaylord Perry knocked out here in the 4th. I mean, how much longer are we going to let him go on? He pitched 2 2/3. It just wasn't his night. The first inning was an omen. He allowed 10 hits in less than 3 innings. Walked 1. And he's allowed 6 thus far, responsible for the bases loaded and 2 outs with Boswell coming up. Boswell, a left-handed hitter, that's exactly what they're going to do. I don't know if Clyde King and if I'm reading his mind, but Ron Bryant, a left-hander, will come in to face Kenny Boswell. Ron Bryant. Why not? And so Bryant comes out. He's taken his warm-ups. We'll give him a moment or two. And knowing Gil Hodges, he's the kind of guy who'll bring up a right-handed hitter just to sort of play with their heads. But they don't have they have Al Weiss, who's a right-handed hitter. And that's exactly what they're doing. It's Al Weiss coming out. So I don't know if I'm just reading minds here, but it's a pretty good minds. Bryant is ready now, and here comes Al Weiss to hit for Boswell, Kathy Harden. Okay, Bryant is ready. It's 2 outs now. Just 1 out is needed. Here's Bryant. That's 4-5 right-handed, and he flies it to right. It's high, it's deep, but playable. And under it is Bonds, who's now playing right field with Mays in center. The side is retired. 2 runs on a 2-run home run by Agee. He's whipping that stick, a whipping stick by Agee. And after 3.5, it's a 6-1 ball game. This clown, it's a farce. I tell you, it's a farce. And if I was a member of Congress, that's what I would say. I say this is farcical. There's no debate. I mean, of course there's debate. That's a democratic principle. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th here. I'm on micros in the 1st, the bottom of the 3rd. It is embarrassing, Kathy Harden. Not that I am such a high moral standard, but this is the frickin' United States House of Representatives. The People's House. What the hell is going on? Really? This is like this is a kid in junior high that you would have beat the shit out of. Any of you remember when you were in junior high, all the fights? I was lucky I didn't get into many. Well, Cardwell will have to face Mays, McCovey, and Bonds, and that's what I like, okay? That is a threesome. So Mays, who came in for Berta, it's a 6-1 ball game. But folks, I just want to, I'm really grooving on this ball game right now. And we'd love to hear from you if you have the ability. Go into the live chat. You have to play around with it in terms of clicking if you're on mobile, click the video, click something. There's something there right near the video to get to the live chat. Pushed into a locker. Yeah, absolutely. We're giving a wedgie. I mean, this was a guy, he wants to talk about bullying. He doesn't know bullying. Freaking moron. It's all performance art. He's up there now talking about the hypocrisy, which on some level he's right, but not crimes. Social deviations, sure. If they're crimes, bring them out. We gotta clean up politics. Clean that shit out. I'll wait. I'll wait till the bottom of the fifth to take a next micro. Here's Willie Mays now. Oh, like a breath of fresh air. And a big hand from the crowd for the Willie Mays. Exactly, Rick, exactly. And that's awfully exciting. Clyde King bringing Mays in. He brought him into center to replace Berta, technically in the lineup, even though Bonds moved to center, to right, where Berta was. It's 6-1 Mets here. Cardwell has pretty much handled them, except for a tomato that he threw at Bonds for his 32nd home run of the season. Okay, Cardwell is ready. And the pitch to Mays. This is the team I like. And I wouldn't want Mason leading off. I like Hunt leading off. But we'd find somebody. I don't know. Mason, by the way, Davenport is the regular third baseman. We have others. We have other people. The pitch to Mays, 3-12, struck him out. Oh, boy, was he swinging at that one. And that's the third for Cardwell. Now here's Stretch McCovey. Stretch flew to left in the second. We're still relatively early on. Ooh, bottom of the fourth, one out. That's low for a ball to Stretch. Here's Cardwell. And that's 211. And he's hitting all the right spots. It's chopped into first base. Almost right at Clendenin, and he just jogs to the bag with it. 2 away. And here's Bonds. My lineup, the way I would like this is I would have Mays as leadoff, Hunt second, then McCovey, and then Bonds. That's what I like. And eventually Mays did go to first, bat first. In fact, if you look at Mays' numbers here, he only had 403 at bats. He had only 13 homers. He's got good speed. And I think he's a C bunter only because he didn't do it much, but he hit 283. So he had sort of a, that's a fine average, and he'd be a good leadoff batter. And Hunt would be a great second. Hunt with a bunter. Ooh. So Bond steps up with 2 outs, nobody on. Looks like Steve Aqualung does not have anything scheduled at this moment. Steve Aqualung does not have anything, so I'm not going to push myself tonight, but I am going to go on in a not be silly. I remember you. Yeah, that was right. Which game was that? I'd have to remember who I had. Okay, I do not see your game scheduled. Let me take a look. It's not listed as scheduled. Let me look at that again. Steve Aqualung. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I don't know why I missed it from your... Oh, your upcoming is down. Yeah, I put my upcoming live streams on the top because to me, I want people to see it right away. You see, I missed it based on my own bias of putting it on top. So it is a 2:15 ball game. So we're going to finish this by 5:15. No doubt about it. Oh, yeah. Last night's game was amazing. I was there. And I encourage you all to subscribe to Steve if you're into Strat-O-Matic baseball. For sure. Okay, here's Cardwell now. The pitch to Bonds. That's going to be 4-11 right-handed, fly ball to left. And Shamsky makes the catch, and that's the side. Cardwell's first endurance is the 7th, and here's, well, we'll let Brian pitch again. Why not? Oh, you did the doubleheader. I didn't see the second game. Shit. I should have stayed on. I popped right out after a bit of the game. I figured you were going to wrap it up. Jeez. Jesus, that would have been cool. I'm sure there'll be another you'll do someday, because that's nice to just settle down on. Steve Aqualung's channel, our sister channel, we're the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. We have neglected our 72 football replay. Swoboda comes up to lead it off. Yeah, and the pitch from Bryant. That's 4-6 right-handed, and he walked him. So more base runners for the Mets here. And Jerry Grody is the batter. I see Rod Gaspar, a switch hitter, is going to come in next inning. Oh, it wasn't scheduled. You just sneaked it up on everybody. Okay. I would not have known. Isn't that something? That's why I'm the same way. I'm guilty of that. Rod Gaspar will come in for Shamsky. Eventually. I didn't realize it's not time. It's Swoboda on first and Grody at the plate. Here's Bryant. That's 5-5 right-handed, flies to left for Marshall, one away. And now Buddy Harrelson. Buddy switch hitter. That's 1-7 left-handed, taps it back to Bryant. And he forces Swoboda Swoboda at second. So it's 2 outs with Buddy on first, and here's Cardwell. Here's Bryant. 6'4", right-handed, grounds to short X. That'll be Lanier, 229. That's a 9-2. That's a G2. Lanier, 29. 29, E29, that's 789. E29 on a 9, looking for a 9. And no, he will throw him out for the side, Lanier does. No runs, no hits, a walk. 1 left after a force out. Bottom of the 5th, it's 6-1. And now Rod Gaspar has come in to play right field for Archamsky. Rod Gaspar. I'm sorry. He's come in to play left field for Shamsky. He will play right field. And Swoboda, I don't really think of him as a left fielder, but he does play. He did play. So it's Swoboda in left. Gaspar in right, and of course Tommy Agee in center field. And we're heading to the bottom of the 5th. Here's Dave Marshall. Here's Cardwell now. It's a 6-1 ball game, but you never know these Giants. That's 3-6, and it's hit well to left. Back to the wall goes Swoboda, and he makes the catch. Swoboda out and left. Yeah, Ron, in this replay, yeah, hell yeah. They're only 2.5 behind. Losing this one, they'll fall 3 behind. I think the Braves have already played and won today. Or maybe I forgot. Here's Dick Dietz. That's going to be 2-4 right-handed. Struck him out. That's the 4th for Don, and here's Hal Lanier. That's 2-8 right-handed. Struck him out. That's the 5th. So Cardwell looking better than ever, and he has retired 7 in a row. We've gone 5 at 6-1 Mets. Here's Bryant, which will be his last inning. He's due up next inning. Agee leading it off, 2 for 3, singled, scored, struck out, and a 2-run home run. Okay, Brian is ready. Here's the pitch to Agee. And that's 6-5 right-handed. Grounds it to short for Lanier. 229, 13-2, G1, 29. 29, 6-8. And he throws him out. So AG is retired. And here's Bobby File. See, Clendenin will come up facing a left-hander like we would prefer he does, like Gil would prefer he does. Here's the pitch to File. 3-7 left-handed, lines it to third, caught by Mason. 2 away. Bryant doing a fairly decent job here in relief. Now Clendenin. That's 1-9 against the left-hander, and it's a base hit for Clendenin. He's now 2 for 4. And Rod Gaspar is the batter. They brought Gaspar in for his fielding, but also it's better that perhaps Gaspar faces Bryant rather than the left-handed hitter Shamsky. That's Gil Hodges for you. Gaspar batting right-handed against the southpaw of Bryant, with Clendenin on first, 2 down, and the pitch. That's 1-2. And that's a base hit by Gaspar. And just to rub it in, first and second, whether they get anything this inning or not, just to rub that shit in their eyes like a doo-doo snow cone. Here's Al Weiss now, who came in and is playing second base. Anybody know that doo-doo snow cone? It's from Frank Zappa. I forgot the name of the song from Apostrophe. And here's wait a minute. Wait a minute. Here's Al Weiss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm fucked up here. Wait a minute now. Now I'm really fucked up. I've got to sort this out. I brought Gaspar in for Shamsky. Okay. Yeah. I brought Weiss in. Where is Weiss? Where is Weiss? Oh, don't tell me he's in there. Because if that's the case, I don't know what I'm doing here. No. Where is Weiss? Hold on, folks. Nanook of the North. There's a guy who knows his Frank Zappa. I'll make another substitute. Oh, here's Al Weiss right in front of me. I need to do a total reorientation here from the top. I still have Mason at... I have Agee as the leadoff. I never took File out. I never took Clendenin out. I brought Gaspar in for Shamsky, and then Boswell was replaced by Weiss. And I guess I still have Swoboda. Yeah, Swoboda's in the game. It's just that he's playing left. Now that's the cannabis. Along with age-appropriate cognitive decline. So we got that squared. It's first and second, 2 outs, and here's Weiss. Yeah. Facing Bryant. 2 outs now. That's going to be 2-6 left-handed. Walked him. He's not in his endurance situation, though, but this is a doo-doo snow cone situation. A 2-out rally, leading 6-1. And here's Swoboda now. They'll keep Bryant in there. This is actually, wait a minute. Brian came in here. That's 1, 2, 3 outs. His second inning, 1, 2, 3 outs. His third inning, he's just reached endurance. He's fatigue. But with 2 outs, we're going to take a chance and see if he can finish it up. Anything with a dot here is a single 2 asteroids. Here's Bryant. Whoa! And the pitch to Swoboda. That's going to be 5-8 right-handed. Walks in a run. And here's Clyde King coming out. Whoops. There it is. Walks in a frickin' run. That makes it a 7. 3 runs batted in for Swoboda. He didn't have to swing at that time. And isn't that something? Brian is through. So Brian ends up pitching 1, 2 full innings. He was in his third, and that's why he reached fatigue. He's already allowed a run. He fell apart here. He looked great to begin with, and then the Mets are just really sticking it in the eye of the Giants today. He's responsible for bases loaded, 2 outs, Jerry Grody. Let's see who's coming in now. Well, it's only because they had him. They're losing by so much, but you know what? I think it's only right that I bring in, I'll bring McMahon in. I was going to bring in someone else. Actually, there's going to be a pinch hitter. So McMahon actually, because there is a Robertson, someone I never use. He only had Rich Robertson. He only had 44. Well, 44 is okay, I guess. He has a very chunky 5.48 ERA. He had 7 starts. He's relieved, no saves, and he's warming in a 7-1 ball game. And McMahon will try to get the final out here. With the score 7-1, it's still within somewhat of a distance, an attainable distance. Here's McMahon now, the pitch to Grody with the bases loaded. That's 6-9 right-handed, and he struck him out, and that will do the side. And there's going to be a pinch hitter for McMahon. And like I said, Rich Robertson will be the new pitcher. He'll be the 4th pitcher. Robertson coming in. Next inning. And here's Cardwell, who's gone all the way. Really pitched a great game. It's going to be Tito Fuentes, my guy, 295, switch hitter. I think that he's a good guy to pinch hit. Fuentes picking out a bat as Cardwell takes his warm-ups, and when we come back, it will be Tito Fuentes. I'm going to take a 2 to 3 minute break here. Bottom of the 6th. Looks like we're just going to make it. Because in 1 hour, in 75 minutes, Steve Aquilong has a ball game, and I really encourage you to go check his channel out. Fuentes, I'll be back. Oh yeah, we'll make it, folks. I'll suspend this game before I let it go over. I'll suspend this frickin' game. Oh, Christ. Go by the hour. Steve Aquilon, 1956. You can just go right to his channel there. It's going to be the Chicago White Sox at the California Angels. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh. Tito Fuentes is the batter. Tito Fuentes. Here's Cardwell. That's going to be 4-7, switch hitter, batting left, and he walked him. Fuentes draws a base on balls. Here's Mason. Cardwell from the stretch, staying with the theme, throws a doo-doo snow cone to, oh, I'm sorry, Mason is up. He chucks a dog do snow cone. 3-10, and he taps it back to Cardwell, who forces Fuentes at second, and Mason is on. Here's Ron Hunt. Get in front of it, Ron. Get hit. Here's Cardwell now. That's 5-8. Steve, I'm just deviating a little bit and joking around. It's a chopper to third. And File forces Mason. It's 2 outs, and Hunt is on first. The Mets can do this all day long. And here's Willie Mays. And Mays gets a good hand. He steps in. He's digging in there. He struck out his first time up. The pitch from Cardwell. That's 4-7 right-handed, and he flies it to center field for A.G. And A.G. makes the catch. And the side is retired. We're heading to the top of the 7th now. And Rich Robertson is the new pitcher for the San Francisco Giants. Okay, here's Robertson. He's ready now. And he'll face Harrelson. Cardwell comes out on deck. Buddy is 0 for 3 today. Reached twice on a force. That's 4-5, switch hitter batting left. Flies it to left, shallow. Running in is Marshall. 1 down. And here's Cardwell. 7-1 Mets. In fact, we made an error there. Of not putting it in there. Here's Cardwell now. Robertson. That's 1-4, and he flies it to center for Mays. 2 outs. That's Mays' first chance out in center field today. There you go, Rhodes Scholar. Isn't that touche? Actually, it works. And I got like 4 more left. And that's somewhere here. Where the hell did I put it? Christ. Oh, here they are. Oh, I got them nice wrapped up like pigs in blankets. It's the little things, people. Little things, small things can lead to big results. Here's AG now. Robertson. And the pitch. That's 212 right-handed. Hit him! Oh, AG was hit. And look at him. He was hit on the side, near his, the sort of in between his hip and thigh. And he's skipping to first. He says he's fine. The trainer comes out, takes a look. And here's Bobby File. And the pitch from Robertson. That's 1-5 right-handed, pops it up to second. And Hunt makes the catch. The side is retired. 7th inning stretch. And here's Cardwell. Stretch McCovey leading it. Stretch McCovey steps up to the batter's box. They have to shake that Aqualung curse. Okay, I got to try to remember that game exactly what the team I had. I don't tell me it was the first game of this series. Was that it? God, that's bad of me. I know we played a game, and I know I enjoyed the game very much, and he was awesome. Here's McCovey now. Bottom of the 7th. Cardwell into his windup. I had the Phillies, of course. Of course I did. It was last series. 6-9 left-handed. Hit well. And that's going to, oh, it hits the wall. It's off the wall, and McCovey slides in with a double. He walks in, actually. Giants down by 6 runs here. It's a tall order, but stranger things have happened this year. Here's here's Bonds now. Trying to remember who was pitching, who I had. It wasn't Wise. It was, I think, Champion. I think it was Champion. Here's the pitch to Bonds. 5-5 right-handed, grounds it to short, and he throws him out. McCovey holds. Here's Marshall. That's 1-6 right-handed. Base hit. McCovey goes to third. It's just too little. Here's Dick Dietz. Need a home run here. And that's 1-5. And that's a fly to center. And Agee is under it, but McCovey tags. And that makes it a 7-2 ball game. Everything counts. And here's Lanier. Here's action in the Giants bullpen, believe it or not. And just for lack of having anyone else available, it's Lindsey. I hate to do it, bring him in a shit game like this, but he did pitch 116 innings. He's warming. Here's Lanier now. It's 2 outs. That's 5-10, switch hitter, and that's a fly to center. And Agee has it this time, again, and the side is out, but a run, and it's a 7-2 ball game. Meanwhile, here's Rich Robertson. He'll get another inning. And 2, 3, 4, 5. See, Perry pitched 3 and 3 2/3 innings. Robertson gets another inning, and we're going to make this ball game, no doubt about it. It may come down, but we're winding. Here's Clendenin to face Robertson. We got great ball game coming up at 2:15 Pacific. 5:15 out here on the East Coast. Steve Aquilong. White Sox at the Angels. Be there. Originally April 19, early on in the season in 1966 replay. Okay, top of the 8th now. I'm not, if you're visiting me for the first time, I'm usually not this laid back and unraveled. I'm usually very systematic. If you want, I'll demonstrate to you for an inning. Here's Clendenin now. The pitch from Robertson. That's 1-4 right-handed. He grounds it to second. And Hunt fields it 1 away. Now here's Gaspar. Singled in his first at-bat, in for Shamsky. That's 6-5, switch hitter batting left. Flies to center, 2 away. And now Al Weiss came in for Boswell. Shake it up. Pops, grounds it to second. Hunt again. Throws to stretch, and it's a 1-2-3 for Robertson. And he pitched 2 very nice innings, I might suggest. Lindsey will come in because there's going to be a pinch hitter here. And Cardwell takes the mound. What a night for Don Cardwell. I think it's going to be Jim Ray Hart. Jim Ray. I think, in fact, we're going to go with Davenport. And I think I saw Davenport in the box score. It will be Davenport. Not a great season, but Davenport picking out a bat. Okay, Davenport steps in now. I'm going to go back to my laid back here tonight. Here's Cardwell. 3-5. He pops it up to short. One away. Cardwell has the Giants thus far tonight. He's allowed 2 runs. 1 out in the 8th. Here's Mason. That's 1-7 right-handed. He walked him. So Mason is on. That's his second walk today. Now Ron Hunt. Hunt 1 for 3. That's 1-5 right-handed. Base hit by Hunt. Mason rounds second, goes to third. And Cardwell in his has reached fatigue. His first endurance was the 7th. He allowed us double and a single. Now the walk on the single. He has reached fatigue. Taylor and McGraw pitched in this game in real world. Taylor came in to finish it off for Gentry, who was amazing all night, and ran out of elephant juice in the 9th. This is the 8th. First and third, 1 out. Hodges comes out, gives him a pat on the ass, and motions with his left hand, and that means it's going to be Tug McGraw. Oh, how fun. But Tug McGraw's coming in, Kathy Harden. And they do have a 5-run lead. There'll be a little break in the action here. We're going to be finishing before, not on, but not by, but before Steve Aquilon. You've got to believe. Here's McGraw. He is not eligible for the save in a 7-2 ball game if he were to finish it. He's taking his warm-ups now. Cardwell pitched very good baseball. 6 hits, walked 2, struck out 5, has allowed 2 thus far. And McGraw is now on the mound taking his warm-ups. And Willie Mays 0 for 2 today when he came in, since he's come in for Berta. Will be up. It's first and third, 1 down. Here's McGraw now. He's winding, taking his last, I guess his last 1 or 2. I see there's Mays waiting, watching the pitcher. The southpaw McGraw. Okay, he's ready now. It goes around the horn. Okay, back to McGraw with 1 out. First and third, infield back on Mays. Here's the pitch from McGraw. That's 2-6, and it's struck him out. Oh, Tug gets the legend swinging. Woo-hoo. And here comes Stretch. Whoa. Hate to see it. I mean, love this guy. This guy is truly a living legend, Mr. Wilbur Mays. Okay, here's Tug now with 2 outs. And the pitch to McCovey. That's going to be 2-6 left-handed, and he struck him out, and the side is retired. Tug McGraw. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, both left on. We've gone 8 in what I would call a somewhat entertaining ball game. It's 7-2 Mets. Frank Lindsay is coming in. He'll take some warm-ups on that new mound for him. And he was arguably the greatest ever, where statistics don't necessarily, at least we like to use the language of the greatest ever. We like to think of what a great guy to pick. If you want to pick a guy who could do absolutely everything, there's a guy who was made in his mold, who was maybe even better, or but he got hurt a lot, and his name was Junior. Okay, I mean it. He just didn't, he got hurt too much. Junior. Mantle is at least in consideration as a player who could do absolutely everything out there. He could run like the devil. He could hit for average and power. And he used to say, he said in an interview once, damn right, I always went for a home run when I was up. And sometimes he wouldn't get one. He'd get a double. He'd get a base hit, you know. Anyway, in terms of people who can do it absolutely all, you know, Ruth is close, only in that we don't like to think of Ruth as a Mays type, except he wasn't quite the fielder, and he wasn't quite as fast, but he was not slow. Don't kid yourself. On the base paths, he was not quite as fast. And he wasn't quite the superlative fielder. He was a very good fielder. Junior. Did he play at age 19 in the bigs? Holy shit, I didn't know that. Here's Lindsay now, facing Swoboda to lead it off here, top of the 9th. Stand by, folks. It's just about 35 minutes. It's going to be Steve Aqualong for Strat-O-Matic 1966 baseball. Here's the pitch from Lindsay. That's going to be 3-7, and he struck him out. So, 1 away. Here's Grody. If you're looking ahead, it'll be Bonds, Marshall, and Dietz. Doesn't really matter who is coming up. They're down by 5. Here's Grody now at the plate. That's 6-4 right-handed, grounds to short X. That's going to be for Lanier, 229. G2. Not too many X's today, 29. That's going to be 5-8, 10. And he throws him out, 2 away. And here's Buddy Harrelson. One 8, and he struck him out. So it's 1-2-3 by Lindsay. We're heading to the bottom of the 9th. It's going to be Tug McGraw to face the Giants. Plenty of time in this ball game. Tug McGraw came in to relieve Cardwell, a very effective Don Cardwell. It will be Bonds, Marshall, and Dietz. Here's Bonds. Okay, Tug, the windup. And the pitch, 2-3, left-handed. Fly ball center, there's H.E. One away. And here's Dave Marshall. Lefty here. Looks like they're going to have a hitter for Marshall. Look at Clyde King right to the end. It's going to be Bobby Etheridge. Bobby Etheridge coming in to hit for Marshall. And we'll worry about who would play. We'll remember if this goes to extras. Here's Bobby Etheridge now hitting. With Dietz on deck. One out, nobody on. Bottom of the ninth. Giants down by 2, 4-4 right-handed. Grounds it back to Tug. And throws it to Clendenin, 2 outs. And here's Dick Dietz. So it looks like it's finally coming. That's 1 out away from the win. And the pitch from McGraw. That's 6-5 right-handed. Whoa! It's hit well by Dietz. Oh my! And it's out of here. Talk about too little, too late. Let's look at that again, please. It was a 6-5 right-handed and home run 1-5. Jesus, he's got the power against the left-hander. It was a 3. Get it? And that makes it a 7-3 ball game. 2 outs, nobody on with Lanier. That's number 11 for Dick. It's now a 7-3 ball game. And Hal Lanier, a switch hitter batting right. The windup by McGraw. And the pitch. That's 2-7 left-handed, hit back to Tug. And he throws to Clendenin, and the ball game is over. So there you have it, everybody, from the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network, Jeffrey Guterman. Final score, New York Mets 7, San Francisco Giants 3. Perry didn't have it today. 6 runs in 3 2/3 innings. Cardwell allowed 2 runs in 7 1/3. McGraw came in to finish it up. A 2-run home run by Agee. A big 4-run first inning for the Mets. Got him off in the right spot. Bonds hit a home run. Dietz hit one in the 9th off McGraw. I hope you enjoyed it. And that's going to put the Giants now lost 4 in a row and are 3 games behind the first place Atlanta Braves. Mets have won their 3rd in a row, and they're now only 10 1/2 games behind the first place Pirates, and they are playing 500 baseball now. 64 64, a very gratifying win for the Mets. Thank you. Folks, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to run to the store. It's right across the street. Get myself some goodies. And then when I come back, I'm going to tune in to Steve Aqualong for some Strat-O-Matic 1966 baseball. Have a good night, everybody. Absolutely. A doo-doo snow cone in his eye. Good night, all.